Hey y'all. I must say it's been an interesting day. The power got back on, fairly soon. That was great. But what a weird day. I must say, man. What a weird day. So you got everything back up and looking good. My show is. I'm trying to clean this camera, turn this around. Look at that. So that's we're back on and. That's a good thing. So I don't want to be cold. So the thing is that for the power to do that, I don't know. One day I was sitting in here. It was cold outside, and we woke up one day. This was a couple of days ago. I posted it online. We woke up and we had no power. So the power is back on today. That's a blessing, man. And it's too cold out here for it to not have any power. So that's a good thing. Also to my family, y'all, just want to let y'all know that I'm doing fine. And I don't know. I know Encore said that the other night when that had happened, they didn't give us a reason why the power went out. We think it was due to the cold. I don't know. But it's cold out here, and we didn't get really much ice or anything, at least in the Fort Worth area, at least here. Dallas, they kind of got speckles of ice. Houston, they got it really bad. But I thank God every day the power's back on, because a lot of these places, new modern buildings like this one, they don't got a fireplace. I don't know why. They don't have it. In Texas, a lot of people, they use fireplaces and stuff, but when it's cold, it's good to have one. Your newer buildings and that kind of stuff, they don't have fireplaces in them. I don't know why that is, but I'm thankful right now that our power, that the power, has definitely been back on for a couple hours now, and I thank God for that, because it's very, very cold. Very, very cold outside, and the temperature has not gotten any better. It's very, very cold. I don't like it. I complain about it because I can't go outside, can't do stuff when it's slippery, can't play sports. You can't go running, or you can't run on ice. There's a lot of stuff you can't do. Can't go swimming. Can forget about that. Unless you have a membership to the YMCA or something indoors. Or you go to Grand Prairie. Those are your only options to be able to swim if you can find an indoor facility. But running outside, it hurts to breathe. That's why I was in the gym. And I will be in the gym. Now, Saturday, though, it's going to be 70 degrees. So I'll be on my balcony once I come home from basketball practice. Because that's where I want to be. But today, the cold, it makes you, I'll say, sleepy and dreary, because you can't do anything outside. Some of the construction workers earlier today, they were working on that building over there, some kind of building, but even they went home early because it was so cold. It has not gotten warmer out here. I absolutely hate the cold. And tonight it's going to feel like 7. So it's going to feel like 7. I've never felt this cold in my life, really, honestly, okay? When I was a kid, I think in 95, and then in 2011, when they had the Super Bowl here, it was sheets of ice that came off the stadium. I remember when it got that cold. I do remember that. But, that was cold. But now we're talking about temperatures that, with the wind, it can feel below zero. And I'm not used to that. Sorry. And I know, I know I complain sometimes about the old cold. I call it old man winter. My grandma used to call it that. Old man winter has come. Hello to you. Old man winter is here, definitely. But old man winter will give you a slap in the face. And especially when you walk around some of these buildings out here, it feels like your face is about to freeze off. It's horrible, and I don't like it, okay? And a lot of these people up north, they walk around with, these bandanas or these things over their face. Or, man, you can't go into businesses out here with stuff on your face. These gas stations and all that stuff. You can't do that. They won't let you. A lot of these places, man, you got to take that stuff off of your face. You can't come out here with ski masks and all that stuff. For one, in Texas, that stuff usually doesn't sell very well because it's usually not this cold. So the only place I can tell you guys right now, if you're looking for clothes to stay warm, really legitimate clothes, forget the mall. Go down to Mr. Omaha's. He got boots, clothes, shoes, jackets, hats. They got all that stuff up there where you can stay warm. They got these things where you can crack them with your hand and they produce heat. I got several of those in my closet because in case like what happened today, I'm not fixing to freeze. So, and then there's another place that sells wetsuits. Hello to you. If it's ever really cold, you can jump into one of those. That's for 30 minus 0, meaning 30 below 0. Okay, so buying the appropriate clothes, even though you might not use this stuff, but for once a year, you can go out and buy good jackets and clothes. And if you can't get the stuff, you can have it shipped to you from a ski place or a ski resort, some kind of place that sells heavy-duty jackets. If you're not into that kind of stuff, you can go down to Mr. Omaha's, and he'll show you around his store and what he has. That's a military store. So he's got everything that you can possibly think of to stay warm. There's another company I want y'all to check out called 030. They make 030 socks. I see you. 030 socks. You see them on TV with the, you flip the hat inside out. It's kind of got a foil texture to it. I'm going to be investing in clothes to stay warm so that I can do stuff I want to do outside. But I got to get the clothes and the right stuff first. Texas usually, they don't sell a lot of big, heavy jackets out here. Not to say that they don't sell very well. To be honest, they just don't sell very well because people just don't, it's really not really below 0 out here. And so I'm not used to this kind of cold. I'm not. And so I got to be able to step my game up and get clothes that have a purpose. Meaning when you go to the mall, I'm not paying $180 for a jacket that's some kind of fashion brand. Now, I will pay $180 for a military jacket because a military jacket has a purpose. A military jacket's going to keep me warm and it's more durable than this crap you buy at the mall. Okay? I'll show you a jacket that I bought because I feel that y'all need to, have a good jacket. And if you're looking for good jackets, Mr. Omaha's is the place to go. Mr. Omaha's has a bunch of military jackets. So he might have a military jacket like this one, okay, or something like this, a thin. See, it has a purpose. See, military clothes have a purpose and they keep you warm. So something like that will keep you warm, or even a long jacket that I have. You can get a jacket from his store. He has jackets pretty reasonable for about $95 to $100 for a nice long jacket. Mr. Omaha's military store is located over there off of Jacksboro Highway. So if you're freezing or if you're cold, you can get a nice jacket. I'll show you the jacket that I have because it's so cold right now. I see you. Let's flip this around. It's so cold right now. I want y'all to know. Okay, this is the jacket that I got right here. Okay, look at that. Nice heavy jacket. You can get a jacket like this one for about $180. Okay, $180 there. Okay, or to about $100, and they just have plain tags on the inside. This is a military coat. Has your zipping and insulation. You can get this coat. It'll keep you nice and warm. You got insulation on the inside of this. This comes all the way down, and you got zippers and stuff like that. This has a zipper, so if you're really cold, you can get the insulation part that goes with that, and that'll also keep you warm. Let's turn that back around. So I'm just showing y'all that if you go down to Mr. Omaha's, you can get you a nice jacket for about anywhere from $100 to $200, and it'll keep you warm. Depends on how long you want the jacket too, because I'm tall. I want a long jacket because I didn't know what else to buy. It's cold, okay? So I don't want to freeze. The stuff at the mall, I know I've talked to Mr. Omaha's in that store. He said, essentially, you're paying for a name, someone's name on clothes. Okay? When I go to Mr. Omaha's, I go in there because he got stuff for a purpose. I like military stuff. Okay? Because it keeps you warm. Okay? The military, they know how to keep you warm. They know how to make clothes for all elements because that's what they do. They make clothes to keep soldiers and stuff warm. So if you're freezing tonight or if you're cold, definitely drop by Mr. Omaha's. Look at how big and thick that jacket is. Okay, so you can have some nice jackets and stuff and nice clothes without going to a mall somewhere. You don't have to go to a mall to have nice clothes. You just don't. So I think if you essentially get some nice stuff, when you have nice clothes, you don't have to go to a mall and spend $300 on a jacket, because that's stupid. Go to Mr. Omaha's. You can spend about $100 to $200 on a nice jacket nice pants, nice thick stuff, nice boots. Mr. Omaha's, he also has some good boots that I want y'all to check out. Those boots have a nice quality to them. I like them. I like boots because I feel that boots will give me a better option to somewhat stay warm. So if I get a pair of boots like these, Mr. Omaha sells these boots, and I'll show you. He sells boots like these. Okay, so if Mr. Omaha sells boots like these, then you will have you'll be warm. Okay, these boots, he also has boots with insulation on the inside, but these are nice and high, and the military, they make really good clothes. So what I'm saying is that you can have some nice stuff. You can get these military boots that I showed you. You can get those for about $70 to $80. Some of those boots are $70 or $80 brand new. They also sell reused military stuff to keep you warm. But ask him about the different options that you have to stay warm. The military stores are going to be your best option as far as trying to stay warm. Secondly, if you don't have a military store, you can go to ski resort sites or sites where they sell stuff for people for the cold. I also advise, if you ride the bus, okay, like me, because I don't have a car, okay, you need to pick up something like this, okay? If you ride the bus, I'm talking to people who ride the bus. If you ride the bus, okay, you need to pick up something like this, okay? And this company on these glasses, they make jackets and stuff too. So you can contact companies that specifically make glasses and stuff, because I'm visually impaired. I'm trying to keep the cold off my face. And so that's the way to do it. That's the way I do it. Because tonight it's going to be cold, and I want to make sure that if I do have to venture out tonight, that I have the proper clothes. Also, for people who drive, you got cars, make sure all your fluids in your car is set up for the elements outside. So if you've got, your summertime fluids, make sure all that stuff is changed over. Most people usually do that around Halloween and change all the fluids in their car to make sure that you're set up for the elements. Also, make sure that you keep those heating packs in your car, meaning you just crunch those up. That's good to have. They stay warm for up to 12 hours depending on how expensive you're trying to buy those heating pads. That you crunch them and they stay warm. Certain medical companies also sell that stuff. If you're willing to buy that stuff, you can also buy them, put them in your car and stay warm. Also put blankets in your car. Okay? A lot of people, they don't do that, but also keep blankets in your car, and you put those on the floorboards of your car or something like that, or somewhere, or even in the trunk, so you'll have extra blankets. Always a good idea to keep that stuff. And even an electrical blanket, if all need be, if your car stalls out, but the electrical components work in your car, also do that. I did pick up an electrical blanket, so we got that. So, just in case. So there's always a way to stay warm, even if you might not, be in the best of situations. Just think about that tonight. Also, check on the 3 P's tonight. The 3 P's is going to be pets, pipes, and people. So, say that real fast. Pets, pipes, and people. So, make sure people are inside. Make sure you wrap those pipes and stuff in what they call heat tape. And then also make sure you bring animals inside if you can't. Make sure they have a doggy house or something they can go into so they don't die or freeze to death. So just think about all that stuff tonight. Go down to Mr. Omaha's tonight and figure out what they have. They're going to keep you warm tonight. That place has got everything you need that you can think of to stay warm. So it is no joke tonight. It's going to be very, very cold tonight, which I hate, but at least everything is in place. I told that we have to stay warm tonight. It is no joke. Okay, y'all? So my power's back on, man. This is a modern build. The building that I stay in is 5 years old. The building is 5 years old. So there is no excuse to continue to deal with power outages. But I guess the area around this place, they need to modernize it. Fort Worth is old. The building that I'm in is new, but the other buildings, unfortunately, they're old. And I don't know, there's a church down here, and they're old. Okay, the buildings are old, and the infrastructure underneath all this stuff, they said is really old. So I'm just hoping that they can come on and hurry up and make an investment in all this stuff. people, it's too expensive to the rent and stuff, and for people to deal with power outages. So y'all, whoever deals with that portion of it. Also tonight, Encore, they recommend that if you can hold your thermostat at 69, then your light bills will be cheaper. I'm looking at a bill of about $200, which I consider pretty okay, considering that it has been miserable. So I just hope y'all have a good one, and God bless y'all, and have a good rest of y'all's night.